Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku is a Dragonkin Part 10. Yeah, I was hoping to at least get to the entrance exam before Part 10, but how I set up the story just took a little bit longer to get to the point. So after this episode, I think we'll start going more into canon stuff. And some of you guys are asking when is Jack Frost Deku returning is going to return until I get to Dragonkin to the USJ attack. After I do that, then I'll switch over to Jack Frost Deku. So that's when it's going to return. I will be switching off these two series back and forth a lot until they get completed. Then we could work on some other what ifs while I'm working on my female Deku what if on Wednesdays. Some time has passed as you have Izuku in the living room. As Izuku's having it, he's irritated. As Inko's running around, making sure he has everything. As she's trying to give him more stuff that he needs for a 4 week trip to Island. Inko straight up hands him a parachute. A parachute. As Izuku looks at his mother, Mom, seriously, a parachute? I won't need this. But but we don't know what, you don't know what will happen, as you could be fighting someone and you, like, Mom, I could fly. I really don't need this. As Izuku goes over, I understand you're worried, Mom, but don't worry. I'll be fine. It's only 4 weeks. It's not like I'm going to outer space. How about this, Mom? I'll compromise. If you discard all this stuff that I really don't need, I'll make sure to text you every day for those, 4 weeks while I'm away. As Inko's happy about that. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, it's fine, Mom. It's the least I do to ease your mind a little bit before you have a panic attack. As Rico or Riku, I don't remember her name very well. Well, pronounce it at all because I know it's said a certain way, but for some reason it won't come out that way for some reason for me at least. I was pronouncing it Ryoko. As Ryoko in the back room is kind of laughing. She's busted up laughing because of her wife. As Inko's like, that's not funny. It's adorable, dear. Ah, give me a second here. As Izuku phone goes off, as he answered it, yeah, I'll be outside here in a second. As he hangs the phone, all right, Mom. All right, Moms. I have to get going. Mina's here. As he says bye to his mother, as he hugs both of them, as Ryoko's like, if you need anything, I'm a phone call away. Don't worry, Mom. If I come into something I can't handle, you're the first person I'll call. As Ingo's a little bummed out that, her child is away, she has a hard time letting go when it comes to her son. A short pause in story. Now, I know I haven't mentioned magic outside of the main character recently. They're still out there, and Hero Suppressed Task Force is beginning to making steps to find out a way to neutralize these magic users. Not by killing, but capturing. So they captured one villain that was using, magic, and they did some experiments on him, and yeah, it wasn't very nice to see what he had, what it does. So at their end, their science team figured out It's some sort of unknown energy coming directed from a young boy that they've been keeping tabs on. So they know of, Izuku's origins. So that's another thing that they put it on the list of things that he is. Not only that, their theory is that magic's coming from him. Magic's being produced from him, given to certain people. But after a while from them investigating him and observing him, he's had no contact with none of these people. So they're thinking he has no control over it, and that is correct. He has no control over it yet. As before Izuku could leave the door, as Inkus, um, do you remember what I said last night? Yes, I do, Mom. Good, because I do not want to be a grandmother yet. And be on guard, Izuku. That David Shields, the mad scientist type. Don't think he'll kill anyone, but I've heard some rumors he's different. Understood, Mother. As Izuku walks out, as Mina greets him, what took you so long, my parents? Let's go. As they get into the vehicle, as they drive to the airport to go, take a plane. I don't know, like, if you have to take a plane, because I know they did in canon. So we're just gonna go by that. They take a plane to Island because why not? I haven't really seen the movie. I've seen bits of it, but not the whole thing. So I'm not really familiar what happens in canon version when they go to Island. But whatever. This is not anything to do with the movie, so this is just my little add-on to the story to put some more context on how I'm going to connect things. So let's continue our story. As you have Izuku and Mina get through all the custom parts of the airport, get get boarded as Mina's like really excited. As the plane, the plane takes off as Mina's really excited for to visit Island. As Iku's like, calm down, Mina. It's like, but Izu, I'm so excited. I've always wanted to visit Island ever since I was a girl. Ever since I was a little girl. As Izuku crackles a little bit, as Mina's like, what? Nothing. As she starts to get tired after, yeah, she's a bit tired now after all exerting that much energy, bouncing around and everything. She was just super excited. As Mina starts to yawn, as she lifts up the armrest that's between, their two seats, as she uses Izuku as a pillow, as she lays down long ways from both the seats, as Izuku's like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm tired. Wake me up when we get there. And you're comfy for a pillow, so it's a plus. So as, Mina just falls right to sleep, as Izuku sighs. As the stewardess comes by, as Izuku waves her over, yeah, can I get a blanket, ma'am? And she's like, yeah, of course. As this, I think they're called stewardess, but I'm not totally sure. But the airline staff that works on the plane. So I believe it's a stewardess. I'm not totally sure, but it sounds right to me, so we'll go with that. After a few minutes, she hands Izuku a blanket. As Izuku puts the blanket over Mina, as a few hours, I don't know like how long a trip it is, but some time has passed. Because they didn't really specify. I haven't read anything that specifies the distance between their plane ride to Island or not. Don't know how far it is, so for plot sake, like let's say it take like 2 hours for some reason. So as Mina gets up, as Mina's like, that was nice. I'm definitely going to have you around during winter. As Easy, what does that mean? And she smiles. And you're like my own personal heated pillow. As Izuku's getting, a little irritated. As they get off the plane, as they officially, get on Island, as they go through their checkouts, their security, as they scan the phone, just because, security reasons, make sure they're not bugged, as they do the Mina, as they welcome them to Island, as they explain the areas of Island on the holographic map they got placed in the middle of the big room, as that's where they give all new visitors the rundown of the island in the areas they can't go into. It's a pretty good sized island, fancy stuff, and you can use your quirks, freely here. So, but there is some guidelines on. There's directed areas where you use your quirk. So you just can't use your quirk in the middle of the street out of nowhere. You have to be in certain areas to use it. They're big areas to people for the test out their quirk and see what they can work on it. And they do have their own private staff that sorry teaches some of the younger visitors how to use their quirk. So it's basically like quirk training if they want to enter that sort of thing. It's not expensive. It's free of charge because they think you pay enough for the island tickets. Everything shouldn't be too pricey. So there's a course you could take for that, and if if the kid's parents or you want to go through that, they can. Izuku walks through Island trying to head to the hotel as Mina grabs onto his arm with her arm. She's just walking with him like that. As Izuku's a little flustered, but he's acting like he wasn't paying attention, just ignoring it. As Mina gives him a smile as they head up to the hotel they will be staying at. Izuku walks up to the checkout area where they ring the little bell thing as Mina still has her arms around Izuku's. As the attendant, or I forget what it would be, but the person that gives out the rooms of the hotel, because I don't remember what they're called. So I've been in a hotel like a couple times, but not very much. So I don't remember what they're called. I really don't. If we get back to the story, as Izuku, I have a room under Tasuma. As the employee, yes, Tasuma, yeah. They're sorry to say this, but we had a problem with their systems. We finally got everything back in order, but your rooms are no longer available. As Izuku, of course. But because of our mistake, we have one room available. Unfortunately, it's one of those one bed type of deals. It shouldn't be a problem with you two lovely couples over here. As he's like, as he's irritated. As Mina's happy, so she's like, yeah, that's it. As she pulls Izuku to the elevator as they go to the hotel room. It's a big room. It's a semi suite, but it only has one bed. But it does have a couch. As Izuku's like, oh, great. Mother's going to love this. He's like, nah, I'm definitely keep this from her. She'll kill me. As yeah, Inko can be quite aggressive sometimes when you piss her off enough. So Mina locks the door. She's like, so we're at Island. So what were you going to tell me? As he's like, don't worry, I'll tell you. Just let us get settled in the room first, then we'll go for a walk. They get switched us as they get settled into their room. Sorry. As Izuku texts his parents, of his arrival at Island safe and sound. As Izuku hangs up, or just the phone, puts in his pocket as Mina and them go for a walk. Oh, because it's an island, I would suspect they have some sort of sand, like a beach area. So that's where Izuku and Mina are walking. Mina and Izuku are walking as Izuku grabs her hand. She was surprised by that he initiated something like that. As she, as Mina looks at Izuku, he's like, "I know we've known each other for quite a long time, Mina. You've been pretty much my only friend, the only friend I wanted. Even throughout school, you could have easily just distant yourself from me, make your life a whole lot easier." As Mina's like, "Please let me finish, Mina." As he continues on his conversation, or him telling her what, even throughout our our life in school, you did talk to other people. I had no problem with that, but other guys, that made me very pissed off for some reason. I came to realize that I have stronger emotions towards you than just a friend. Izuku sighs, scratches his head. Outside of my parents, you're the only one I trust. And she's like, I didn't realize it would be this difficult. And he's like, it's like, I know you're not good as people, so just spit it out. As Mina gets close to his face, as fine, I'll be blunt, Mina, I like you. It's whatever you want to do with it, but that's my cards on the table. As Mina gives him a seductive look, as she jumps on top of him, as they like fall down on the sand, as they had a little makeout session for a while. As they get up all nervous, as they go back to their room, is going about to lay down on the couch. As Mina's on the bed, as she's like, "What do you think you're going?" As she's like, "I'm going to sleep, Mina. You could have the bed. I really don't care." "I have something to tell you, Izuku, and I'm not going to tell you unless you get in this bed." As Izuku finally gives in, as he get on, he lays down. As Mina wraps Izuku's arms around her, as they snuggle up, and she's like, "It took you a while." As Izuku, "What do you mean?" "I've been giving you a lot of strong signs that I like you, Izuku." "When did you finally realize?" As Izuku's like, "The day after school, where you want to do the Quirk Blast tournament, it kind of dawned on me later that night." She's like, "Knucklehead." And she gets close. She gets closer, pretty close, face to face. As she's like, "But I do like you, Izuku. So where do you want to go from here?" Thanks for a minute. "I believe the natural process of this, Mina, is we go on dates. Then, if, according to the books I've read, that evolves into something more." As Mina, starts laughing, she's like, "You read too much, Izuku. But you're right. We'll go on a few dates. Let's see how this goes." As she pulls him close, as she snuggles up, and I won't have, and as Mina's like, "And I don't want you talking to girls, personally. I'm a jealous type. So don't get too friendly." As she goes, "Yeah, okay." As they fall asleep, as their time there, about 2 weeks, has gone off without a hitch. They go explore the island, the amusement park, the arcade, the shops, and because Mina wants to buy things, and They go on a couple dates. Well, actually, quite a few of them because they've been there 2 weeks so far and nothing bad happened. So they had enough time to start dating. Their their new bound relationship is building. When it comes to Mina, they're a thing already, and Izuku's just going by it because he's has no experience in this sort of field. As you have some time passed since just 2 weeks, as Izuku's just sitting down studying for the UA entrance exam, as Mina, checks for there's no ice, so she has to go get some ice. And she wraps around her arms around Izuku as Izuku's facing away from her, just reading his just reading material that he thinks is going to be in the UA entrance exam. As Mina wraps her arms around him, as Izuku, what is it, Mina? I'm gonna get some ice. I'll be back. Do you need me to tag along? And she says, "Well, no, it's sweet. Um, we're in island. We're in the most secure place in Japan. Well, in the most secure place ever, including from the government. But I think I'll be safe. I'll be back in a few minutes." She's getting ice as several security from David Shield. Are you Miss Mina Oshido? As she's like, yeah, did I do something wrong? Please come with us. David Shield would like a word with you. As they're like, but the elevator is that way. As a secret wall opens up, as it's a secret elevator, basically what it is. As they go and as they travel underneath the hotel to a area where David Shield is. About 20 minutes has passed as he's getting irritated. Mina's not back as he's like, something happened. As he plops the textbook down, as he gets his jacket on, as he's about to go looking, as there's a knock on the door. As Izuku opens it, there's no one but an envelope. As Melissa's Shield's confused why her dad asked her to do that. As she's like, Dad, why did you have me knock on a random door in the hotel and place a letter down? What are you up to? And she's like, nothing, dear. Everything will come clear once you head back. I'm on my way back to you now. As she gets through, as she sees a bunch of the security force, as they're, have under Mina. Well, they have, as she's one of the guests. Dad, why does your goons have one of the guests down here? Good. Bring her along. As Melissa Shields getting quite worried what her father's up to. You lot, go back to the base or go back wherever. I don't care. You're making the girl uncomfortable. As I mean, it's like, did I do something? No, nothing on my knowledge. Mina was it? I believe we met at the Cork Black tournament. And she's like, yeah, we briefly met. Come on, this way. I guess my father has something to do. Father wants to see you for some reason. Don't know why he went this far. I'm definitely gonna get some answers. As they head up to David's shield, to his control room where he's set up. David looks at when the door opens. Ah, daughter, you're here. And you brought her. Excellent. As Melissa's like, what's going on, father? Oh, it's nothing. I just wanted to stir some things up, see how well he reacts. How how young Tasuma able to handle certain situations. As Mina's like, what does my Izu have anything to do with this? And why did you basically kidnap me? As David's, oh, I didn't kidnap you. No, I didn't do that. I just relocated you was against your will. Technically, it wasn't against your will because you went following. You went willingly, so can't bust me. Then why am I here? It's simple. Mina Ashido, was it? As as David Shield says, he has a lab coat, so well, in the story, but not in the picture. But simple, Mina Ashido, you're perfect bait. As Melissa Shield's like, what the hell are you plan? What are you up to, Dad? It's simple. I need the perfect bait. After observing Izuku Tsusuma's personality, why he's been staying at Island, as Melissa Shield, don't tell me you had him under surveillance the whole time. Oh yeah, definitely did. I found some interesting information about young Tsuma, and I'm curious if it's true. But for the letter, I might have accidentally made a kidnap letter. As Melissa, I knew it. I knew something was fishy about that, me as a random letter out of nowhere. You just made me accomplice of kidnapping of all things. As Melissa Shield doesn't like, breaking laws like that, so she's not all about that. So she's freaking out. What do you think Uncle All Might will think? See, we don't have to worry about him. We don't need to tell him. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hurt young Izuku, young Tsuma. I'm just curious what he's capable of. Let's sit back and watch the show. As Mina is like not liking this, but once food service comes wilding in, giving Mina drinks and snacks, she's playing along for now. Izuku opens the door, sees the letter there, as he picks it up, as he slams the door on his way back in his room, as he, you know, opens it, as he sees a letter. Letter that says this: I took your little friend there. Don't bring any of the cops or the security stuff or any heroes that happen to be in the area. Come to this location alone, or I can't be, sorry, I can't guarantee the young girl's safety. Come alone, dragonkin. As Izuku gets physically upset, as he burns the letter out of frustration, as he memorized where the thing was, it told him where to go on the letter. So there's that. As he gets, as he leaves, as we cut back to David Shield, he's like, "I gotta admit, your boyfriend, I guess." And she's like, "Yep." He's very protective of you and very aggressive towards people that comes a threat. I've done some background on Izuku. Interesting boy. As Mina's like, yeah, he gets very angry when people try to harm me. It's sweet, actually. And I don't know how my Izu's going to react to what, this is. He's going to be very angry. You gets to the location, there's like nothing here. What the hell is this? If this is some sort of twisted prank, Mina, oh, I'm going to be very angry. As out of nowhere, the floor on what he was standing on, It's yeah, it basically he stepped on a trap floor. It's in an area of the island that it's restricted. Yeah, Izuku got, Blue Moon. Yeah, he got straight up, old school labyrinth type of style. As he goes flying through, as he's sliding down, as he lands on his 2 feet. The very big metal hallway. As there's cameras all over the hallway, it goes pretty far. It's something he had something planned for Izuku, just for him. Ever since he found out, you know, of what he is. Because David's smart. I know Nezu gave him the information, but he gave him as much as he's allowed to without exposing, Deku's identity. But David's smart, so he greased some palms and he found out exactly he found of his origin. So doesn't know what he is exactly, if he's human or not. But he got some of his DNA, so we'll get into that at some point. Izuku looks around his surroundings. As he sees the camera. I don't know who you are, but you made a terrible mistake. If my Mina is hurt in any way, I'll eviscerate you on the spot. As he shoots fire at the camera, just destroying it. I believe we're gonna stop it there. That's a good spot to stop it. I don't want to make it too long, so I'll release the next episode tomorrow. So hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. All right, bye.